Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Jones. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Switch up. Hey, Haywood. Quick. Check 50. Hey, alert 3.
Now Trubisky on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Jump out! Yeah, live.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the grab. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Let's go. Check it. Top 26. Stay at home. Box it. Silver. Hey, check 26. Smooth. 57. Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 20-yard line. Now a first down carry by Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Hey, 18.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get this complete to Batson. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now Rodgers looking left side, and it's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Finding room at the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, check Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Landry that time.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Check 99. Check 30. Hey, box drop.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Hey, alert. Check pass. Check pass.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he finds McLaurin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They go play action with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
They go play action. Trubisky. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good for a Washington.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
This complete to the former Longhorn, Marcus Johnson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Here we go.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Chance 300. Chance 300. Quick. Yeah, live. 57
Rodgers now on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Let's go.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he finds Howard complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Watch the same right. Hey, switch gears. Right.
On second down, Jacobs. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Josh Jacobs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky being chased out left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
Zero.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another Washington Redskins.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Run right. 6 guys. Check 6. Team spill. Hey, check 26. Hey, orbit.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. Complete to Jones. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, man, what?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And the Cowboy first down.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. That'll be complete to Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles are usually more of the run stuffing.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Kill. 36. Kill. We're going.
On first down, Jacobs. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere, 4th quarter score now for Baltimore. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
80 weapons. 150. Hey, high 7.
Rodgers looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 16-yard line.
To try again after the sack, Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Hey! Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close